The New Development Bank, or NDB, an initiative by the BRICS nations, formally started operations at its headquarters in Shanghai on Tuesday. The bank is aimed at stepping up infrastructure funding in the emerging economies.
The BRICS Bank opened for business in China's commercial hub, Shanghai, in the presence of officials from its member countries, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. The new bank that will fund infrastructure and development projects in BRICS nations is now expected to be pitted as a direct competitor to the likes of the World Bank and IMF. Chinese Finance Minister Lao Jiwei, Shanghai Mayor Yang Xiong, and the bank's president KV Kamath were present at the opening ceremony. Kamath, who is also the non-executive chairperson of India's leading private bank, the ICICI, and software major Infosys, was appointed the first head of the bank in May.
We will cooperate and collaborate with all developmental players. So our objective is not to challenge any of the existing system as it is, but to improve and complement the system in our own way.
The member nations had officially launched its new development bank during the 7th BRICS summit in Russian city of Ufa earlier this month. Founded in 2014, the bank, which is targeting its first loan approval by April next year, is focusing mainly on developing economies. The NDB, which has an initial capital of $50 billion, which will be expanded to $100 billion within the next couple of years. Kamath added that the NDB had decided to set up a hotline with the China-led Asian Investment Infrastructure Bank, or AIIB, to discuss issues.
We have decided to set up a hotline between ourselves so that we can talk to each other, so that we make sure that we have a common mind and a common approach. Because we believe that new institutions coming together with a completely different approach will truly lead to the development of not only the BRICS countries, but in the longer run, the entire development world.
China has pledged a contribution of $41 billion to the NDB, giving it the largest share of voting rights at 39.5%. Brazil, India and Russia will give an $18 billion each, while South Africa will contribute $5 billion. The BRICS nations account for 40% of its population. It also makes up 21% of the global GDP and has a combined foreign reserve of an estimated $4.4 trillion.